Hi, this is Shirish Kulkarni, founder and CEO of Strot Consultech, helping the small and medium businesses to grow. We've been doing it for 5 years after the earlier corporate experience. As we are speaking about this Hatke initiative, which where we talk about with various personalities, industrialists, thought leaders, people who have done things Hatke in their life, and they still, are banging on with their zeal to really do things in a different way, and they are completely undeterred in the current pandemic situation.
Correct.
Right. So we have a great honor for to have somebody who has dreamt about a global brand coming out of India, making it real big, with Subhash Gujar representing Opal as a brand. I have really great honors to have you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This,
Thank you. Thank you.
Initiative.
Thank you.
Having spare time on that. First and foremost, I'm completely humbled to even talk to you, because big dreams start, and that's where if you've been able to take this brand from here to there, I would like to like to start with your first thoughts of where did it all start? What was the turning point? And you're talking about one point in which you were reading some kind of about some global brand, and that there all it all started, right?
Actually, I was distributor for Titan watches for 16 long years. We have worked very hard to create this brand called Titan, which is a Tata brand.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, people like me, we have slogged a lot with the best minds in the industry to see that a big brand is created. In the process, even though I was just a trader and a distributor for that brand,
Mm-hmm.
and my hobby of reading a lot, I have a big library in my office and my house, and you name the book and you'll find it there.
Okay.
And I believe that was the inspiration where I am. And while traveling to Bangalore, I was reading this book on Gucci. Gucci is an Italian brand started by a person who was a steward in a restaurant.
Okay.
And it did a lot that if such a person can do this, why can't we do that?
Mm.
So, and hence I decided that even at least if I try and bring the brand to one level, I know it is not a single generation job.
Mm-hmm.
You need generations to create world-class brands.
Mm.
But somebody has to start it, So I thought that let me start it. I had conducive conditions in that.
Mm.
I was doing the distribution and then parallelly doing this with the kind permission of Titan. I am rather thankful to Titan because they encouraged me a lot to do this.
Mm.
And so then it started. Initially, Gucci is an Italian surname.
Okay.
So we said, let us keep Gujar as our brand and let us do it. But then friends and relatives, and they said, no, it will not work. It will not work. You'll have to be innovative into this and try out a brand. So because I was into the time industry, I thought, let me keep a brand name connected to time. So we went through Thesaurus, we went through dictionaries, we went through Sanskrit scriptures, and somehow we bounced on this word called pal. Pal actually is a Sanskrit word in which it says that it is a time gap between two times. Suppose there are 2 hours. So between the first and the second hour, the in-between time which connects both of them is called pal. So that is how we had decided that it will be keeping the brand name as pal. But then somebody suggested people will call it pal, the Marathi word for lizard. Then some Tamil will call it milk. Milk in Tamil is called pal.
Okay.
So one fine day I remembered a poem in my 11th standard. Oh, time, you old gypsy man. So I removed time and fixed pal there, and it became opal.
Opal.
So
Okay.
opal, yes.
It's a call to time.
It's a time. Please, time, come.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
That is how Opal was born. Opal is something like this.
Oh, okay. Opal.
If you see on O, there is a star.
Mm-hmm.
So it separates O and Pal in two pieces. That was
Okay.
the idea.
Good.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so then because we were connected to the watch and clock industry, we started with manufacturing high-end designer clocks. This was sometime in 2000. We are practically 20 years into it now.
But high-end designer, I mean, it's a very, very, very niche category. How could you get that daring and doing something absolutely hatke? That's
See, when you create brands have a personality by themselves. You take any brand for that purpose, it will have an identity of its own. So we thought that because we are thinking international, because we are thinking big, we shouldn't get into damaging the brand at any stage of the life of the brand. We have to be very cautious about it, saying that the brand is aspirational brand. It is a brand which you would like to possess. It's a brand wherein by you feel proud of owning it. So based on that thinking process, we felt that if we do something mass, we will not be able to take it international. So let us create something wherein by it is earmarked at a status. Secondly, McKinsey and Company had done a research or a study for Titan for the clock industry, which Titan verbally had just outlined on that, and they felt that clock as a product category may have future in the next 10-15 years because aspirations of people are growing, incomes are growing, and a clock cannot only be a time showing device, it can be a piece of art. So from that point of view, we said that let us do something wherein by people feel proud to display the clock, not as a time showing device only, but also as a home decor product.
Wow.
So that is how we went into designer clocks. Clocks, we have clocks, where you don't have figures on that, 12, 3, 6, 9, you don't have anything on that. You have some flat plate and you have two hands on that. But if you put it on a wall, the wall brightens up, the wall becomes alive. So that is the reason we went into high-end designer wall clocks.
And you humbly started with not to completely manufacture it, but some intelligent and differentiated model also to safeguard your...
Yes, what we thought is that the product category and the target audience that we are going to target may not be viable for setting up a manufacturing unit because the volumes will not permit us to be on a big scale. So then we decided that we should get into vendors. We tried to copy what this automobile industry is doing.
Okay.
So we said, let us develop vendors, let us procure what we want.
Okay.
Give them the drawings, give them the standards, give them the basic support that is needed to manufacture the component. And the assembly of it, the designing of it, we'll all do it in-house. So that is how we went into the procurement, assembly, and marketing strategy of product.
And basically having the control on the critical elements that you wanted to always control, like the design, brand strategy, marketing.
Obviously. That was the idea, that it shouldn't become a mass thing. People shouldn't easily copy it. It has to be sourced from places, made out of materials which are not easily copyable. That was the idea. Unfortunately, we have this trend of people, if something moves very fast, then people say, let me also do it.
Tend to copy it.
Yeah, let me copy it.
Me
too. Yeah, I'm now seeing this into this mask business, sanitizer. We never wanted to do that. So we were very specific on that, I believe.
So looking at the current pandemic situation, where do you see, is there a challenge? I don't see from the kind of conviction I see in your eyes. Nothing is a challenge as I see it, but what do you think?
No, no. What it's the way I have taken my life rather is that any adversity, 100%, 101% brings some better opportunity.
Okay.
Now you have to have the intelligence and the guts, understanding to understand where that lies.
Mm.
If you are able to tap that, then I believe then I believe this is not a stressful time. Then I believe that if you see it from the angle that yes, tomorrow something big and something better is going to come out of this, then I believe your mind start working on that. And that is how you and I have lived my life rather than when I had a very steady and comfortable income for distributing Titan watches. I gave that up and I felt that yes, the year there is an opportunity where it happened. And yes, we have done that. So I believe, yes, these are stressful times, but I believe this is a very short period thing. I'm talking to my friends, I'm talking to my colleagues, I'm talking to my employees.
Mm.
And I'm finding in the last 15 days, things are getting settled down. People are more comfortable talking. They're not talking on this issue at all now. They're talking something different, which is hatke in your bhasha. And because we are starting our operation today, so we are. And I suggest to everybody, I suggest strongly to everybody that as an opportunity. See, this you may be in any product category, you may be in any profession, you may be in any job that you're doing.
Mm.
You should see this as an opportunity, and the moment you turn your eyes toward this as an opportunity, you'll find hundreds and hundreds of ways of
Wow.
grabbing that opportunity.
So what I hear is that it is the opportunities will be around you, but you have to need to have that kind of an eye to
Correct.
set them.
Correct, obviously. You have to mind that this is nothing, yaar, ye to ho gaya hai. Ye hona to ho gaya. Nobody, it's God-made or man-made, we don't know, that debate is on.
Mm.
But this has come. Nobody invited this. This has come, and this will go. But while going, it will give you a big opportunity. You have to have a mindset to say that नहीं मेरे को ढूंढने का है इसमें कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ तो छुपा है. The moment you say this, you'll find opportunity. You'll find opportunity.
And maybe as a question, but when do you think your mind is, highest on the creativity and innovation? When is that? Does it come to you that you kind of meditate or think through, or how does it?
to be very honest, it's a spark. It's just a spark. And I'll just to explain that, I will just give you an example. We have freelancers working for us as designers.
Mm-hmm.
So one guy from Bombay just sent me one sketches. Gujar sahab, isko kar sakte kya? And it was 3 o'clock. I had just got up and somehow my eyes had opened and I thought, yeah. So then again I opened the laptop and just checked what he had sent me. And I said, yaar, isko aisa karenge to shayad ye chal sakta hai. So morning I gave the call to that person कि भैया इसको ना ये पूरा change कर दो. Even though he was an NID graduate, he said, "Gujar sahab, आप crazy हो, ये आप जो बोल रहे हो ना ये हो नहीं सकता, आप बहुत बड़ी गलती कर रहे हो." मैं कहना ठीक है ना, करना हम तो कहाँ मैन्युफैक्चर कर दिया इसको, आप इसका डिजाइन तो बनाओ पहले, जैसा मैं कह रहा हूँ सब बनाओ. And he said, "Okay, fair enough. If you're saying, I'll make it." And he made it, and that clock sold like crazy.
Oh.
And the way you are interviewing me, I have interviewed the customers who have bought those clocks to understand that what they found in this clock, that they bought this clock. And I interviewed some 6 people, 2 from Delhi, 1 from Bombay, 2 from Pune, 1 from Chennai. And everybody had a different view on that same clock. Oh. So I believe that it's just a strike that it happens. Even this Opel brand, just because you have touched that subject, my wife was after me, that Subhash, you have made your life into watch industry, so you should keep the brand name connected to time.
Okay.
And this poem of Wordsworth, "O Time, You Old Gypsy Man," wherein by the poet had compared it with time and gypsy man. It struck me at 2:30 in the morning. I got up, took out the dictionary, saw the meaning of pearl, and then I understood that this is what I'm looking for. O time, O pearl. So I believe there is no particular time as such, but it strikes while driving, while anywhere it may strike.
It clicks. That is a eureka moment.
Yeah, eureka moment. And that I believe is an outcome of your alertness. If you're alert, it taps you. The moment it taps you, you should just hook it.
Oh my God.
If you take it casually, then it may slip and go to Shirish's brain and he might encash that.
Yeah, maybe.
So it travels. So when it travels, you have to just grab it, keep it with yourself and exploit it.
In the entrepreneurship world, I see, a good amount of dreaming, looking forward, going beyond your thoughts. So in your view, I see that, there is a good amount of dreams that are actually there in your eyes, and always even as you're speaking, though it is evident.
It reflects.
So for an entrepreneur, how important it is to be grounded. एक तरफ से वो पैंडेमिक है, सैलरीज देना है, दूसरी तरफ हमको ड्रीम करना है, हमको आगे देखना है, 3 years, 5 years, and I see that this break that we have, where we have time, it's kind of a jumping board. Do you feel something like that?
Yeah, very much. I believe that we also have stress on cash flows. Cash flows have dried up totally. We still have to pay our salaries. We have to still pay our rents, our utility payments. But tell me, will worrying solve that problem? It will not solve the problem. Methodically, if you manage your cash flows properly, hold on to your creditors, saying that let this time pass, we will definitely pay you back. I believe this time will go away. Nothing is there to stay. But on the other part, if you entangle yourself around this your creativity, then your thinking, then your foresight, blinded. So I believe all the entrepreneurs, I also, some entrepreneurs keep talking to me, being a mentor to them, and I keep telling them that ये problem तो है, इसमें कोई, there is no debate, there is no argument, there is no saying that it is not there. It is there. It will. We have to overcome that. That that get bogged down by that situation. Get bogged down by the situation, then God can't save you.
Okay. So it is what I think the individual thinks to keep upright in this current situation. It starts with me. I mean, I should be proud. I should be having that positivity. I should be having that health.
Correct.
I should use the technology. I should use that knowledge around me. And whenever that opportunity taps, I should be
just in ready position.
Wonderful. I think this is amazing. It's inspirational. So in your view, conviction, I see a huge amount of conviction as you say things. Where does it come from? Is it from reading or is it from the experience?
Somebody we have to really study this. But is I believe that it comes from your upbringing. It may be coming up from the atmosphere you've grown up with. It may be coming from the colleagues that you have worked with. It may be coming from the school, colleges you must have gone to. I don't know the source of that, but I feel that conviction is okay.
Good. Yeah, another dimension that I quickly picked up as we were discussing is strong connect to being Indian, and I tend to kind of be proud here, talking to a person who is coming out of the roots and is seeing India there, and everybody should be proud of this, being India. So how much of
No,
that, you know?
see, fortunately for me, because I have traveled a lot. I've traveled across the world, and I've traveled across the country. And I believe if you just understand the country, it is one very unique country, wherein by you have everything that is needed to be a country.
Mm-hmm.
You have mountains, you have seas, you have such a fantastic demography of this country. You have such brilliant brains. You have the best institutions possible, which has been encashed by all the McKinseys of the world and all the big firms who have encashed on this talent. So I believe that India is a country somehow in the mud or the air or in the 5,000 years Hindu culture that we carry along with us. It's a very, very fantastic country to be with and be proud of it, because I feel the only thing which I keep telling everybody, and I believe you should pass on this to the entrepreneur, that any country, any business, any family for that matter, will survive and grow only if it has a good leader. When I use the word leader, I mean that somebody who is concerned about the unit, concerned about the country, concerned about the industry that he is in, or concerned about the family he is in. If you have a good leader, then I believe nothing is impossible. The unfortunate part for our country that leadership has been a crisis for us for a very long time. But now I believe that yes, we are going the right directions. People, I'm very hopeful that if things continue like this for next 10 years, I believe nobody can come closer to us also. I've been to China many times. I've been to Germany, US many times. But I somehow find that what we have, even COVID-19, I'm seeing that the power of fighting it out with such limited resources is phenomenal, because our habit of eating vada pav on the roadside has made our immune system so strong.
Oh my God!
That I believe we're okay with it. So I believe we all should be very proud of this. We should all contribute into whatever the leader is thinking about, and we should feel proud about it.
Wonderful. Do you see that kind of now pride and promise? Do you see that kind of a promise in the ecosystem right now getting built? There are certain messages coming. I don't want to get into real government mechanism, but do you see proof points last 1-2 years or maybe 2 months that there is a promise, there is something happening which is positive?
Yes, if you see the trend, what we are not able to do for so many long years, a state like UP, if you understand, has changed the labor laws 10 days back.
Okay.
Now you understand, UP as a state, with due respect to that state, we always felt it is Bihar hai, UP hai, pichda hua hai.
Mm-hmm.
I went through the whole labor law notification, and I was astonished that how come these people have thought so deeply about it. Now, this will create an ecosystem wherein by businesses will become profitable, will become better. And for every labor laws are not meant to obstruct things. They are made with the idea that it is a convenience for the employer and employee both. But if it is stopping your growth and stopping your progress, then that is trying to uplift its own state. For example, I'll just give you an example. A factory for last 10 years was in Uttarakhand, in Roorkee.
Okay.
We were there because of the tax.
Mm-hmm.
When our associate went back to the government saying that, are you going to extend this? Are you going to continue this?
Mm-hmm.
The government flatly said that we are not going to continue this. There is no failure state. That is the reason we took Chandrababu Naidu head on, that he wanted a special status and we refused it. So they are saying that if you have the you can stay your own world, don't just benefit we are giving a contact.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe this all things make me very optimistic about next 10 years where we will go. Our governing systems are changing a lot, I believe.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And as such, looking at the way that you're positioned as a brand, which is unique, high end, do you see diversification right now into adjacencies or completely 360-degree, or some different thought coming is the way that things will get disrupted from your point of view?
No. I believe that for people like us who want to create a brand, diverting to attention to something 360 degrees will be suicidal, I believe.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We will have to think that whatever core strength that we have accumulated of
Mm-hmm.
procurement, assembly, marketing, we will have to see it from a total perspective, that how do we encash, or rather milk this brand now, for argument's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow morning I decide that I'll give you Opel leather accessories for men. So you have a wallet with a brand name of Opel, you have a waist belt with a brand name of Opel. So the image that the brand has carried with whatever few millions of customers that we have touched through our product or our service rather, will feel proud in saying that, oh, this brand is giving me this, let me buy this, because the trust has been created. So I believe at this juncture, taking a 360 degrees and getting into something new, which is not connected to the brand or to the philosophy that we think, will be suicidal. I believe we'll have to diversify or look into encashing the work that we have done for the last 20 years, I believe.
Right. So I think the message is very clear that wherever we have our core strength, use that, milk it, as maybe some people might call it, multiply it, maybe monetize it to the best of the whatever ecosystem is providing you. There might not be a demand right now. There might be something that you might have to tweak, either as a business model, either as an offering to the market. I think that is what would make us, like, I remember this, and there is a saying that, whenever there is a small shrub and water comes, it just, gets itself bow down, while the big tree is likely to get, banged and might get.
Correct.
You have to just bow, give a duck.
Perfect. You put it right in the right words. Correct.
Yes, in the case of cricket also, you see that there is a bouncer. You just duck it, it's fine. It's not a ball for me.
And a person like Sachin will not show it on the face also, that I faced a bouncer.
Absolutely. So coming to, maybe a field of cricket or something, do you have some hobbies where you dabble into that?
I read a lot. I was a football player. I had created a club also in suburban of Pune called Gorpudi Young Ones.
Okay.
They're still playing tournaments. So I was an avid football player because I studied in Dastu school.
Okay.
I read a lot.
Mm.
I'm a big Sudoku player.
Sudoku, wow.
Numbers, yeah, because I believe this is my understanding of the subject, is that it clearly tweaks your mind to think what will be the next 3 steps ahead of you. So it's very interesting. So I believe it changes your thinking pattern, that you can't think of this moment. You have to think what is coming in the front.
Super. So even Sudoku, do you believe that there could be more than one solution for a problem?
No, there has to be only one solution because you have to fill the cubes with that 1 to 9 figure.
Mhm.
But the stress is on understanding which figure will come where.
Yeah, okay. So combination and arrangement of that. Mhm.
Yeah, it's not like a Rubik's cube.
Huh.
Here the number is defined that the digit 9 will come here, and it is a blank. You have to understand logically and rationally why 9 should come there.
It's absolutely digital, clear that
Yeah,
9 is
it
going to
has
be
to
here.
be this. हाँ, ये अगर ऐसा होता है तो ये ऐसा होगा. यहाँ अगर 9 आएगा तो बाकी जगह क्या आएगा? So that keeps you thinking.
So another twist to that would be, when I think about chess, and I always aspire that, I have to become a better and better chess player. To
Correct.
plan 5-10 moves ahead.
Perfect.
Anticipating.
It is. The chess has to be played with 2 people. Sudoku you play alone. So you always think that where the other person is seeing the 9.
Exactly. There you are. I think wonderful. So, coming to a kind of a closure, and I can spend hours together to talk to you. It's wonderful.
Pleasure.
It's insightful, and it inspires people like me, to really think up. So maybe a kind of a message to the community or entrepreneurs who are kind of not having that perspective that you are possessing and you are upholding, and the kind of conviction that you are bringing it on. Maybe some words on that.
I'm of the opinion that every entrepreneur, he may be a small, tiny manufacturer of thing or a trader, small retailer for that purpose. I believe if he opens his eyes properly, everybody has a big path in front of him. The only problem and obstruction is that we don't have the ability to see that. I believe that if you are able to see, now you take my case just for reference, not that I'm boosting myself. Watch to become a retailer, gradually to become a distributor, and today I'm a brand owner.
Mm-hmm.
So how many watch repairers must be thinking this, that ki aisa ho sakta hai? I proved it that it ho sakta hai. There's a small suburban place called Ghorpadi in Pune. When you go to Bharat Forge there. My father had a small shop, 6 feet by 4 feet, 24 square feet.
Lakshmi Road, right?
No, not Lakshmi Road. This is Ramdam Ghorpadi. It is a suburban in Pune.
Okay.
When you go to Bharat Forge, on the way you find a small village. So there we had a shop. From there I graduated. I went to Lakshmi Road, took a shop there. From there I distributed for a brand called Titan. From there I am today a brand owner. And we have a subsidiary in USA, we sell in USA. So what I'm trying to tell you is that why can't you have a vision of saying that in any smallest thing that you do, you can do big in a much better way, in a much planned way.
Wow.
And today there are so many resources. People like Shirish Kulkarni to guide you as a mentor, as a guide. And why can't you do it? Today there are. I keep listening to Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev.
Okay.
And he keeps telling us that humanity is at the best time today. You see, did you dream this 10 years back that Shirish is sitting in his house or office, Subhash is sitting in his house and office,
Never.
And both are having live discussion?
Yes.
What more do you want? What more facilities do you want? What more conditions you want?
Right.
So given in these conditions, I believe there are enormous opportunities. Just open your eyes, see, and don't feel that you see so many examples here. You see Chitrai Bandhu, you see that Garden Vada Pav.
Yeah.
You see so many people here that they have not contained themselves to a small thing. And there's nothing wrong in a planned, phased manner. If you grow, yes, there will be bumps in between, there will be ups and downs, there will be accidents. But you have to travel that. And then the satisfaction of looking back is phenomenal. That when you see it back at 20 years, 30 years down the line, you think, oh, this is how much I walked. So it gives you an immense satisfaction. So I believe the times are perfect. Human race is going through one of the best times possible on the earth. Today I want to talk to somebody in America. I just lift the phone and speak to him. What's great about it? Did this happen 20 years back? Did this happen 30 years back? No. I remember we used to go to GPO to book a trunk call to my sister in Hyderabad.
Right.
Today all that has gone. This generation is the luckiest generation possible on the earth. Things might get, we don't know the future because we can't envisage that. But I'm feeling that everybody should try and grab this opportunity. This is the best times you can be. You can't expect better times than this.
Wonderful. I think it sums it up where it has to start with you. You have to have that ability to sense the opportunity and look up, make that conviction that you need to have in yourself. Have the health to really be able to get there. Use the technology as you're pointing out to really make that happen. And I think that's the way I feel.
Sirish, I'm saying that if somebody doesn't have that conviction or somebody doesn't have that that eyesight, I'm feeling that because of this this conversation that we have, not thinking, if you start thinking, I believe that will be the outcome of our investment in time talking to each other. So it should not be that only who naturally has camera and naturally has that eye. To say that. Even if somebody listens to this, get inspired, then
why not?
Conviction. हम तो चाह रहे हैं कि जिसको नहीं है उसको conviction मिले और वो आगे बढ़े.
बढ़िया. I think that's a great message. A lot of optimism and it is contagious. I'm kind of charged up myself. It's wonderful.
Thank you very much. Thank you
for your time and
my pleasure talking to you, knowing you. Hopefully, when everything gets normal, we'll see each other.
We will meet.
And keep meeting.
Wonderful. Our best wishes to the Opal brand and you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Same to you.
Flying colors.
God bless you.
I'm looking forward to have more and more of different Hatke brands and ideas coming.
Sure. Always.
We'll look forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
बिजनेस कोई भी हो, सक्सेस की नींव हम रखते हैं।
बुलंदियों को छूने की आपके अरमानों की उम्मीद जगाती जोत है, हर सपनों का हम स्रोत है।
सही स्ट्रेटेजी, परफेक्ट डिसीजन मेकिंग और बिजनेस ग्रोथ के लिए हम आपके साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर आपकी स्वप्न पूर्ति करते हैं। स्त्रोत कंसल्टेक, सिनर्जाइजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन।